Go, whoa.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Switching off. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back in. Let's go. all the way through camp. You got complacent, fight's not over yet. You've got to go out.
tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Falcor Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Alexander Usyk, the former Undisputed. And they'll be facing the Sandman from the United.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but these two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Swing and a miss with that hook. Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Carries that jab away. Nice counter. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Beautiful counter shot. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air on, as they say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be. So you've got to make sure you prep right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Oh, what a punch! This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Judging can be sometimes. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. Puncher's going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Oh, that punch. Those counterpunches have to hurt. Force they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. With that right hook. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. you all three judges here. On to the third. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook misses. Good counter punching. Now done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That big hook doesn't land. With the jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This may do it. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see. Here we go in round 4. He's going to land the first big shot. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You believe what we are seeing. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. Time for the 5th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Straight right, just missing. Just missing with the uppercut.
Let's go, Flite, let's go.
Nice job getting that punch through. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their end.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the... There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice job by him to block that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They got the advantage. How do they carry that? Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why?
Whoa, Johnny. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be on the big.
Up first, Kingmaker from the United States of America. He is the greatest.
This bout is scheduled for
Open-air outdoor stadium. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. They exchange punches. Bombs away. Right uppercut can't find a home. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the score.
Every second, every minute.
And there's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Tried to land the left hook, but it was blocked. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fist. two heavyweight bombers. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. There's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The right hook just missed. That hook's blocked. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with that jab. He just missed with that left jab. Swing and a miss with that left hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They block the hook. Nope, that hook won't score. Good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. And there's the bell for round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
us a second to catch our breath. That counter punch caught him clean. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's going to be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The thing in fights like that,
There's the bell for round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
that was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Whoa, Johnny! Is this the beginning of the end from the greatest? Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it. Dolphins, Stingrays, way up first. Terry. Not too many. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Just missed with that hook. Missed him with that uppercut. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
That hook doesn't score. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than equal.
Perfect counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout with that. And think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Get in sync.
I love that.
Here we go. It's round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That uppercut just missed. He threw the hook, didn't land. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Just misses with the right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right hand. Once he dropped his gloves, he got caught. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This can be so frustrating. I mean, he's such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No rest for the weary.
You're in the mix with Chuck Righteous, a.k.a. Charlie Fresco, Oila Club.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Lucky that hook didn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So one who draws first blood, that's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Just misses with that uppercut. Through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
But you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a lick it, because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in. Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Hook misses. Don't want to trade shots. Those counter punches have to hurt. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
We're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight is saying, you know what, that notch above me, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Bombs away. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need him. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got fast battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? A chance to make history. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work for defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
If you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
Referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. That once, you got away with it. You can do it again.
Both men step back for just a moment. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight. Round 7, here we go. You've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Crawford is dazed. One punch away from getting them. Hold that thought! Crawford's legs are all over the place. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. And this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Where the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger-happy.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Right there.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and gentlemen, it is go. First up, the gentleman of... Fans are ready. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. Counter punch caught him clean. They both want the knockout. Fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. Throws the jab but does not score. But it doesn't score. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Around it seemed like eternity for them. Taking a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Perfect counter lands. Is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. You don't want to trade shots. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses of comeback.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. thought there might be more action here. They're giving us a high-tempo show. A punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. That hook just can't find the target. That counter shot lands. And they are giving us action. Counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And you know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're getting it.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Exchange punches. Nice counter shot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. How about that time counter shot? Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judges going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, just that knocked above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
Nobody home with that hook. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, got to get him inside close round.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Come on, you're getting back into it. You're back in this one. Go back.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good match.
Get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
Right, let's go to the middle. Great work. Stay focused.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. The straight right just misses. And they block the right uppercut. Catch and shoot. Nice counter.
Can
they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute.
On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up. Just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That uppercut misses. Counter punch right up the middle. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. And he scores with the counter. A high-octane battle. Nice counter punch. Do you believe this? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Here we go, it's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses of combat.
That counter shot lands. Phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? One-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay. And Kingmaker has been knocked down. As we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
A shot from the... 1, 2, 3.
Johnny.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, but look at this. Look at that.
Oh, my God, Johnny. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there.
One, two, three,
Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff. Round 8, and we're off again. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
I've seen that twice before. Both fighters knocked down in the same round. And you think, who's going to go back as confident? Who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Missing with the left hook. What a nightmare scenario. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up.
Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, and you got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Final 10 seconds here, unless something... I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, it's go back to the... Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, 191 centimeters tall with a reach of 198. Up against him, Kingmaker. This fight, of course, in the heavyweight division, which means knockouts are usually on the menu.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Muhammad Ali, here comes the brand new world heavyweight champion. Just, of course, famously knocked out Sonny Liston. He's 20-0 with 16 KOs. They'll be facing Kingmaker from the United States of America.
So excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. The renowned U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, the Louisville Lip, Muhammad Ali. Hiding out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, Kingmaker.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun on there.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? How many more uppercuts can he take? Well done with that counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. Perfect counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on your face, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on there.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut does not score. How about that time counter shot? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. He threw the hook, didn't land. That counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If you...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
You're not giving outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. So much firepower here. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They are going to surrender. No mas. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.
Between long rehearsal days, the Texas heat, and constantly being under bright lights, my